Did you ever dress up as anything weird and creepy at Halloween when you were a kid, like in animal skins?
Well, hello there, Parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
My wife scares me.
Happy Halloween.
That's right, Parapeeps, happy Halloween. This is a Halloween special video. It's not about some place we travel to. It's more historical.
Sounds about right.
So we're going to be talking about the origin of Halloween costumes on Halloween.
Ooh. What are you going to be for Halloween this year?
That's right. In the comments right now, down below, leave a comment what you're going to dress up for Halloween, or are you not going to dress up? Let us know.
And is it homemade, or did you go out and buy your costume?
So we're going to talk about the origin of Halloween costumes. But before we get into that, if you're into the paranormal, history, and forensic type videos,
don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ding that little bell so you'll hear from us next time we post a new video.
The origin of Halloween costumes. I bet you know the history, and you could probably share some of that.
I know a little bit. You know, like back in the day when they used to dress up in animal skins and things.
Well, as we talk about this, we're going to share with you some photos of some past Halloweens that we've had. And we're going to go way back, and this is going to be kind of like a little bit of a tribute to my niece, who actually, when you see some of these pictures, she's 18 now. We'll try to get a picture of her at the end, okay? But, so while we stop talking, kind of like here in a second, we'll show you some pictures of her past. So, let's start that. Why don't you kick it off? What is the origin? Why do we dress up for Halloween?
Well, most people say, oh, hey, we wanted to make sure that we hid from all the spirits that were coming back from the dead. They didn't know we weren't dead. They wouldn't bother us. But a lot of other people have a couple of other reasons, you know. For instance, about 2,000 years ago, the Celtic pagan festival of Samhain, of course, which eventually becomes Halloween, marked the summer's end and the beginning of the year's darker type of season. And so, of course, things got a little bit darker.
My life. But anyways.
Well, it was believed that during the Samhain festival that the gods would become visible to humans. And that humans would then do a little bit of mischief, because some people would offer treats and foods to the gods, tributes, okay? And so others wore disguises. And as they got to wear these disguises, they could be mischievous because nobody would know it was them. And they could blame it all on the gods. All of these spirits that would come. And the spirits wouldn't know that it was them and not a spirit, and they wouldn't bother them. They could get in mischief, not get into trouble, and get some treats. No brainer.
All right, so there's more to this, okay, as time progressed.
Of course there is.
You know, one thing I want to mention, I mean, it used to be All Hallows Eve, All Hallows Eve, All Hallows Eve, Halloween.
Yes.
You know,
Now that is
Halloween.
once Christianity kind of got involved.
Okay.
They changed the name to All Hallows Eve, and then as time progressed and things kind of got twisted a little bit, it became Halloween.
Which was the eve of.
All Saints Day.
Okay.
During the medieval times, when they would dress up in these different outfits like saints and souls of the dead and things like this, they would go from house to house and they would try to get these things called soul cakes, which basically were treats and spices. And then they
So
changed.
that's how trick or treat started.
Yeah, and they called it souling. They didn't call it trick or treating. They call it souling.
Where does the trick come in?
I'm not sure. When does the trick come in? Oh, wait. It was when we were mischievous. With our masks on and all hidden, we can go become mischievous. There's your trick.
But wait, there's more.
Of course there is. Mumming. Did you ever do mumming as a child? We
Have you
did
ever
mumming
heard of
early.
mumming?
We did mumming earlier a couple of years ago. We did some mumming.
Okay, well, we didn't know what that word was back then, but go ahead.
Basically, in the late 15th century, people would be wearing spookier outfits. Not like spooky like from the movies, because obviously it's 15th century. It's just creepy, weird type, okay? But they would be of winter spirits and demons, okay? These winter spirits and demons they would dress up as, and then they would go from place to place, and they would recite weird verses and things, and then they would sing songs and do little folk plays in exchange for food.
So we don't have any type of like documentation or anything like of Native Americans or anything like doing this, right?
Not really.
So how United States? How did this happen here?
Well, of course, we had a lot of melting pot stuff happening, right? So we had the Irish and the Scottish immigrants that came across to the United States, and they brought those customs and traditions with them. And so they brought the idea of wearing costumes, and it popularly spread amongst everyone. They liked it a lot, and, you know, there you have it. Well, in the United States, though, we really really liked the idea of it being about death and being scary. And so we continued to advance that portion of the costume. And so we would make all kinds of costumes out of whatever we pretty much had. But they would, wear sheets and makeups and improvising some masks. And it was just all creepy and centered around death, though.
Creepy and centered around death. That kind of sounds like our YouTube channel. But go ahead. Keep going.
Well, as time progressed and we get into the early 1900s, people started to enjoy, having some costume parties, basically. Adults and children for quite some time. They would rent homes and different parlors and things like that. And they would start to get ready in August. They'd start making their costumes in August, so they were just right. Halloween pranks, though, kind of went along with the costumes, and they continued and continued and continued while here in America. And it got so bad at one point in the 1940s in Chicago, they even banned Halloween. They basically said, nope, no Halloween. We're going to try to keep everybody safe. We'll make it just a children's thing, and we're going to call it Conservation Day. We're getting rid of this Halloween thing. Yeah. Of course, that's because it was, all those costumes
Too many
enabling
tricks.
the bad behavior, all those tricks.
Not enough
Fewer
treats.
But then as time progressed, we did get back to Halloween, of course, and with new pop type things in the culture, the pop culture starting bringing in more happier type of costumes, things changed a little bit. We got back to doing more and more and more. After World War II, with TV being involved, that even brought even more. We had a lot of people trying to be, dress up as some of the other characters that they got to know and love, and, that helped a lot. But also it drove up the industry of buying your costume instead of making them. And so today, even, most people will purchase their costume rather than make it. So by the 1960s, some of these costumes, really, their faces weren't being covered anymore. The masks were gone. And so they started just simply dressing up, showing their faces. In the 80s, they started to bring in a lot more of those scary costumes again with the advent of all the scary movies on TV again. Like, Nightmare on Elm Street and all that. So they started getting a little bit creepy. Yeah, Halloween. Yeah. They started getting a little creepy again. And now today, they've gone from just being a disguise to really, honestly, being a big exhibition. They want to show it off. And today, we're back to having a lot more adults participating in costumes than children, even. A lot of the kids are just kind of going around their way.
Give me candy.
Yeah, give me candy. You have a little paper sack or even a pillowcase. Just that's it. And there's no costume really at all. But the parents, they're going all out, going to these Halloween parties.
So there you go, the origin. Why do we dress up on Halloween? How did trick-or-treat start? That's basically it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the photos that we were showing you from my family, our family, some of the costumes, and even us in the past Halloweens. This Halloween, we're going to spend over at Yankees.
That's right.
So look for us on Facebook. We're going to try to go live on Facebook, and we'll be over at Yankees live stream for Halloween. And
yeah. Last year, you were...
I was Detective Slow last year.
And I was Nancy No Say.
Yeah.
But this year, I'm going to be a domino.
Going to be a domino.
Yes. I have to pick out and decide what number I'm going to put on what half of me.
Okay, that's going to get some interesting comments. All right, folks, till next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting. Let us know if you like this video by hitting that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified the next time there's a video from Panic D Videos.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting!